Alright, so, I've always wanted to talk about my... I've always wanted to talk about something which has been going through my mind ever since I've actually started the channel, and that was, my main character. I explained it a few years ago, a year ago probably, I don't know how long ago it was, a year ago basically, I don't know. A year ago, I made a video explaining about, Smaller Wolf. Now that, that was when, that was basically when a certain movie came around, and I've also got strange ideas because of that. This time I'm being really serious. That one was a bit of a fake. And obviously, yeah, I want to get that over with. But it's time to actually start explaining a bit about Smaller Wolf properly this time. Now, there's one thing I gotta mention first. That is that there's, his story is a little bit complex. I'll only do bit by bit, and that's it. I'm not gonna explain so much as in, like, his real name, his age, all of that shit, how he got into this shit, that's that. I ain't gonna explain anything like that. I'm only gonna explain the main details, basically like the whole, that one series video that I did back in the day. I can't remember the bloody name, but basically, Furry. I can't remember the bloody name, but basically, it's gonna be very similar to that. Just explain some certain things, explain a bit about the story, and that's that, and why I do this. That's it, basically. That's pretty much it. So, Small Wolf, obviously, you all know, Small Wolf is my main fursona, and he's personally my favourite character I made so far. If you guys don't know, obviously, Small Wolf is a bit of a younger brother to Smiling Hyena, which is someone I'm going to get into shortly as well as. That's pretty much it. His, here we go, his, fursona profiles, there it is. I just remember the bloody name. It's fursona profiles, but yeah. Small Wolf is obviously a wolf, obviously, if you guys don't know that. If you guys do know that, that's fantastic, you are smart. If you don't know that, well, that's something I need to question. Next, firstly, I'm going to explain a bit about his design, how I got it. So firstly, Small Wolf was obviously named after the smaller roller coaster at Alton Towers Resort. One of my personal favourite rides there so far, and one of the reasons why I actually got into the fandom, I got into the whole of my personas in a bit more of a deeper detail. The character was actually originally inspired by Beauty of the Bass, the famous fursuiter that is that has a speaker on her chest. That's that. Everyone, after I came up with the character and showed the design to everyone explained that it looked like Beauty of the Bass. So I decided started to make a meme with a bit of help from a friend of mine, or help with my boyfriend, I should say. And we came up with a meme. I can't really explain how I will explain how the meme goes, but I can't show you the actual image. So sadly, I do apologize. Basically, it goes like this. Hey, can I copy your homework? Yes, George, just change the picture, change it a little so it doesn't look like you've copied it. Sure thing. And then there'll be a picture of Beauty of the Bass in her fursuit, of course. And then there'll be an image of my fursona on the other side. That's pretty much it. It's nice and easy. I'm not able to show what it is. Again, I can't show you the actual image, but that's the best I could come up with. That's the best I could come up with, sadly. So I do apologize. Next thing I'm going to explain is about Small Wolf, how did he got into this situation, and why does he have two forms of himself? So firstly, there's the normal form, which is basically just a simple like character look thing. That's basically just looks typical look. Then his true form features his whole. He'll be a little bit more muscly, a little bit more bigger. Has a permanent grin on his face, and his eyes would be like a swirl, like a black and yellow swirl instead of the normal eyes. So basically like now instead. His irises is yellow, while his normal form would be like irises would be yellow, and then he would have black pupils and that type of shit. Normal thing. That's about it. There's one thing I need to explain about Small Wolf, and that is his story. Now, this may take, again, quite a while at this point, so don't worry. I am going to try and make it as simplified as possible. So, basically... sorry, gotta clear my throat. But basically, Smaller Wolf was was born in 2014, and currently he is aged 28. His brother being 32, so they're about like 4 years apart, that type of shit. No, actually, no, that's about 4 years. I don't know. Basically, how it goes is that Small Wolf was originally named. Actually, I shouldn't really talk about it. We need to talk about that shit. Basically, just need to get back into the normal story. Basically, he got captured by Ministry of Joy, in 2014 when he was only 3 years old. And throughout the entire time, they've been keeping an eye on him and used him as a test subject as he got into his teenager years. After he hit 20 or 18 to 20, they decided to get him involved with the Smaller Project, which was back in 2015. I must add, Small Wolf was born on the first day of the new year, so don't worry about it. don't worry. When he got older, as he got older, he got a little bit more. He had a bit more of a revenge in his eyes. He wanted to actually take over this stupid company that claimed to have captured so much animals at this point that he literally wants to end this. When he hit 23, I believe 23. No, actually no. When he hit 21, he decided to do something that actually no one expected. Anyone at the Ministry of Joy facility expected, which was he wished to go to this project. Now, at the time, the Smiler roller coaster was their main project. Even though that it was being mostly built by Gerstlauer, it was mostly a co-project thing with Gerstlauer, Alton Towers, and Ministry of Joy in the center. The Ministry of Joy made the adverts and the sneak peeks to the ride itself, whilst Alton Towers produced the footage and Gerstlauer designed the coaster and made it. Ministry of Joy at this point was careful. They were cunning. They were smart in the head. They weren't stupid like most others. They decided to let Small Wolf in with a simple condition: nowhere near people. If he gets anywhere near the humans or anything like that, he is screwed. He will get either attacked brutally by other subjects that have been forced to do this type of stuff, or he'll probably just get, he'll probably just won't have the opportunity to see sunlight ever again. His brother, on the other hand, Smiling Hyena, he did not want this to happen, full stop. Since he had other experiences with humans before, and it did not end well for basically them. Basically for him and the others. But again, I'll explain Smiling Hyena soon. Back into the main story. So after the one day over at Alton Towers, he actually had a bit of a silly idea, and he explained it to his brother. He wanted to go out and, well, in the middle of the night. At the time, it was Scarefest in 2015. At that time, the Smiler roller coaster was opened. I must add, this means that the roller coaster, the Smiler was open to the public. Smolf at this point in time was too curious, so he went to the towers. There he met a entity. I'm not going to give any information about this one. This is top secret. But all I'm going to say is just an entity. And he gave Smile Wolf an opportunity for something that he wanted for the past couple of days, a couple of weeks, a few months, and even a year. And he's been watching this wolf grow up in the facility. He said, if you join and give me a bit of your soul, I can easily give you something that you've always wanted in your past, in your life. Small Wolf didn't understand what he was on about at first, so he went back to the facility in the middle of the night, and he found something different and a bit more odd about him. Firstly, he started to realize that he was a little bit more... how can I put this? He was a little bit more serious. His brain acted more fast. As in the past, he was a little bit more slower. He wasn't really reactive or anything like that. At this point, Smiler Wolf himself started to realize that whatever this entity did to him kind of changed his entire personality, even to the core itself, to the point where he actually felt that if every time he gets at least a little bit pissed off over a little small thing, he feels like his voice is changed. And then when he gets to the point when he wants to kill a certain someone, he feels that his muscles in the cheek just disappear, and he just feels his lips just open like widely and makes a big massive smile. But he never really thought of it at first. Until now, he just notices it, and now he really is not taking this to his advantage. He started to murder people, and at this point, Alton Towers themselves wanted to bring Smilewolf in as a mascot to the new ride, the Smiler. The entity, again, is still unknown, but what is sure, what is for certain, is that multiple people have spotted him over the last couple of weeks. And until then, that's about it. Kind of stopped there at the moment. I didn't want to make this a bit too boring, since, well, this is just a small video. Again, I don't want to go ahead and say, oh, let me explain a bit more about Smiler Wolf. No, this is as much information as I can at this point. I'm not gonna give up too much information, but I will explain a lot about Smiling Hyena, since he is a little bit more simpler, and that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. Subscribe if you're new, like this video, and comment down below if you like the story of Smiler Wolf. What do you think that needs to be changed? And if you do like, again, if you do subscribe, there'll be more videos along the way. Thank you very much, you guys, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow, next time. I think I said tomorrow. Why did I say tomorrow?